What are you doing?
I'm watching a movie.
On your Nook?
Oh yeah, Netflix, Nook Color. I'll show you how next on Two Smart Guys.
Hi, I'm Pox.
I'm Couch Guy.
And you're watching the Two Smart Guys show, where we bring you the latest and greatest ways of unleashing all the power that is locked within the devices.
And that also translates into voiding all of your warranties.
In a good way.
Well, you get to do things, and this is no exception. So a couple weeks ago, we talked about how to unleash the capabilities of the Nook and turn your Nook Color into a fully functional Android tablet.
Yeah, and since then, it turns out they've released Netflix.
A full app for Netflix,
but only on a very few limited Android phones.
And that's not acceptable.
No, we won't settle for that.
It's a free app. I pay for Netflix, and guess what? This thing can do it. And we're going to show you how. It's really, really simple. It's basically a registry edit, so you have to have a hacked Nook. You cannot do this for a non-hacked Nook.
Yeah, so it has to be rooted. So if you go back week before last episode on hacking the Nook Color,
we showed you how to do FireMod. This doesn't have to be through FireMod. It can be any hacked Nook. Okay, you just have to have root access. So whether you're using FireMod or you're using just CyanogenMod or any of the other, root access devices, as long as you can, install the Netflix and as long as you can get root access, you're good to go.
All right, so how do we do it?
First and foremost, I think that you should start out by actually installing the Netflix app. Other people are saying doing it afterwards. I say do it ahead of time. Look at it, make sure it's running right, and try and play something. You're going to run into the same brick wall I ran into. It says non-compatible device, which is fantastic because it's a proof of success for me.
Okay, so that's what happens if you just install it without the registry
Without
edit.
the registry edit, it comes back and says non-compatible device. Okay, so when you do the registry edit, so what you're going to need is you're going to have a registry editor. I used ES File Explorer, and that's inside of the marketplace. So it's not a big deal.
So just in the marketplace. So is Netflix just in the marketplace too then?
Netflix is in the marketplace too.
Oh, okay.
And it's not, make sure it's the official Netflix, you're going to know right away because the other Netflix ones are very kind of foreign in the way they look compared to this one. This one looks exactly like the same thing you look at in the web interface. It's fantastic. All right, so you need to download this file.
Oh, yes.
This file is we're going to make this easy. There's two ways to do this. One is you actually dig into the script and you replace a bit of code.
And the really cool thing is you're just telling it that it's one of the phones that supports Netflix.
Now someone else did this and they copied their registry and posted it on a forum. I tested this one and it works, so I'm just going to pass on this to you. I didn't write this. Someone else did this adjustment, so I'm not taking claims for it, but it's so much easier just to replace a file than it is to go into your registry and make adjustments.
We are a member of the Tech Podcast Network, and this episode is brought to you by Citrix. Go to meeting. Yes, so
if you want to go to meetings and don't want to actually go someplace, you can actually be a part of a meeting from afar, be it computer or you could do video conferencing or telephone conferencing, right?
Yeah,
Is it video conferencing?
I'm not sure if they have video, but they do. They definitely.
Telephone conferencing. I've only used a telephone.
Yeah, so you can either use the voice over IP by just whoever's hosting the meeting, they just post a link. Everybody can just go to that link. They don't have to have an account, or you can call the number and join in that way. If you don't have a mic or anything set up on your PC.
Okay. All right,
free 30-day trial. Go to meeting.com. Enter code podcast. That's code podcast at gotomeeting.com.
All right. So we've downloaded the file that we listed below. And that file is now, and you can do this all from your Nook. You don't have to connect to a computer. So I'm going to show you how to do this all from your Nook. So go to that, click on the website link, save as, and download that link, okay? So from there, we're going to go into our system folder, which we're going to say, no, we don't want to save. We want to go into our system folder. And we want to go root access to system, okay? Inside there, we see this little file called build.prop. Now, we are going to do the right thing, and we're going to copy that. So we're going to do a backup to our SD card. And I've just made a little folder called backups. And I'm going to tap it in there. And you actually see there's one in there. But I'm just going to click on the little icon in the middle, if it'll pop up, and say drop off, please. And say, do I want to overwrite? Because I've already done it. It's not going to ask you this, but it will me because I've done this once. And I'm going to say yes. Now, back out from there. So we've dropped it off in our backups, okay? Now we can tap into here, and I'm going to hold my hand here and remove all. Okay, so go inside there, remove all out of your clipboard, okay? This is going to make things less confusing later. And then we're going to go back into our download folder, hold our hand over the build.prop. This is what we downloaded from the twosmartguys.com website. And then we're going to copy that one. So now if we look inside of our clipboard, we've got one file. That's the file we just brought in. Now we're going to go back to our rooted access into our main system, go to our system file, and then our build.prop. We see that right there. We're going to tap onto our clipboard, and we're going to hold our hand on that to the build.prop file, and we're going to say paste file. And it's going to say, do you want to overwrite this folder? Now, we have copied a backup, so in many ways we've kind of saved ourselves in case it doesn't work. We're going to say yes. Completely override, okay? Now, go away. You've done it. You've actually, that's all.
So
that was it.
That's it? That's
now,
the hack?
All you have to do from this point is we're going to go back to main screen. We're going to restart our machine, okay? And just like before, we hold down the button. It's going to say, do you want to power off? We say yes. I'm actually going to choose reboot because I want to do it right now. Reboot tablet, and we're just going to do a basic reboot. No, not recovery, reboot, and okay. Rebooting, okay? The reason I'm rebooting is because you have to make sure you have to clean startup when you've got this in there, because then all the information that transfers between the applications may or may not do so if you haven't done so. So,
well, that's cool. That's cool that it lets you have has an option to reboot in recovery mode right from the.
Yeah.
Fire mod's awesome.
Fire mod does a lot of really neat things that I like. So it's rebooting. We notice, and we're going to see our little fire engine man here.
How'd you like my little fire logo?
I liked it, the fire logo.
It took like 2 days to make.
We're back up, and I've got all sorts of nifty little warnings that pop up, and I say, hello, Netflix, because I put it on the front homepage. And before we started, I have also put my information into it, which remember I told you to test it, see it fail. So I've got my account in here. All this stuff is loading. Now I'm just going to resume the movie we were watching earlier, which is Seven Samurai. And I can't remember which way I have to hold the Nook. There's only one way to hold it because you can't flip the image. And at this point, you haven't actually got to this screen before because it blipped and said non-compatible device. Well, guess what? I have a compatible device. And you really can. Anything that's on the streaming, the same thing is accessible. I haven't seen any restrictions to it. So that's it.
That's it. We've got Netflix on a Nook Color. A device made for reading books, now a device for watching movies.
Now a device for, and the picture, like the picture, albeit a little bit, is better than any phone image, and it's still not that bad.
It's not. It looks good.
It's no different than any other compressed stream over the internet. So does
the interface look like is it made to fit the screen?
Let me show you. This interface. Let me just go through the interface real quick, just because some people haven't seen this one. This is the Nook Netflix interface, and it looks very similar to the website interface. This is just all your different suggestions. If I want to suggest a Christmas Carol to me, I can go into genres at the top and just click through my different, if I want to watch something in documentary. I have the same kind of genre tier set that we've looked at through, if you've had a Netflix account, you kind of have the same thing. And then my queue, which I was shocked it was as active. I thought that, every device I've worked Netflix on has been a little bit different. This has been probably the closest to just the net interface.
Huh, it's got more options on the bottom than the iPad version.
And the options on the bottom purely are the options of the Nook Color. Like these, like my options down here are just my Android options. So,
oh, okay.
That's not really so much as that's on everything.
So they got pretty much similar interfaces.
It's very, very similar to everything we've had.
And the missus is watching Dexter right now on our Netflix in the living room.
So, if that's anything to tell you, the two streams just happened from the same place, and I'm streaming and she's streaming on the other TV. Not to mention we're streaming out, so
on two separate channels. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how you do it.
I thought it was amazingly easy, and without originally on the forums this was a basic registry edit, and you went in there and assigned what device that was approved to it. I don't feel comfortable asking people to do registry edits. I like to find something that's pretty simple and just plop in the same file. You know, you may feel differently if you want to. You can look up the registry edit and do your own registry editing.
Oh yeah, so not to interrupt you, but somebody sent in a design for on Zazzle for a T-shirt.
I saw that one. That one is more than tasteless.
But
which brings up a good topic.
I mean, you can do it. The point is, you can do whatever you want.
You have the freedom to make whatever.
Yeah. Look, you don't want to get shot wearing it though.
Look at the PlayStation is down. Look for the Twin Towers mocking T-shirt.
I'll go ahead and post a link to it in the show notes. Even though I don't personally agree with the imagery.
But we have an update. The PlayStation Network's back up. And then back down.
Yeah.
And then back up. And then back down. So we don't know where it's going to be at. So the good thing is PlayStation Network is rumored to be giving away games.
Yeah, they're giving away some of the top games that you might already own all of.
So Killzone,
Little Big Planet, Mod Racers.
So get in there, get your, you know, if you don't have a hacked device and you want to get back in there and start playing, download the update, get your new username and user account, and get your stuff that, you know, you get.
Oh, and Zazzle code, yeah, you can save.
By the way, make your own T-shirt.
Zazzle
make your own T-shirt that has like the up and down of the PlayStation Network. You could have like the stock market graph. For the PlayStation
use our code below, save 10% on orders, $50 or more at Zazzle.com.
It's fun stuff, and if you look really hard, you can find the Two Smart Guys T-shirt, sweatshirt.
Yeah, and if you make it, you can sell it, and you can make money on when people buy your shirts, and it also helps support the show if you want us to keep making more shows.
It's good stuff.
And we do shows every week. Every Monday there's a new show, and every Wednesday we tape some crazy hack.
Somewhere in this screen, near you, wherever device you're at, there's a subscribe button. Just click it. My favorite is iTunes. Just click it, and it delivers right in my box.
Yeah, and then more comments below, feedback on what you like in the episode or what you don't like in this episode.
We tried to bring this one out pretty fast. This barely came out, the whole Netflix thing on Android. So
Trolls are welcome. Feedback's good.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's evil
we
or mean.
We don't feed them, but I ignore them here and there.
There's some pretty rough ones out there. But you know, when the rougher they are, the more popular you are.
They don't like me. And I'm not popular, which is even better. It's all right. I'm not pretty. I knew better.
You should see some of the first ones that we got. There's some pretty bad ones.
Anyway, if you guys have suggestions, you can email us. You can leave them inside the messages. We are on Twitter. I'm at Tommy5C.
At Walking Crow and Two Smart Guys.
Yeah. So any of those things, you can get a hold of us. You can follow us. You can find us. We're on Facebook and all sorts of things that we can, you know, wherever you are, we probably are too.
Yeah. TwoSmartGuys.com, the main place that's got links to everything. See you guys next week.
See ya.
Two Smart Guys present